kick on. Let's move on to the to talk a bit about the new campaign.
So it's not just about dinosaurs in the Dominion-MALTA.
It's not just dinosaurs.
It's not just dinosaurs.
There's a whole. There's reason why. Yeah, why we call it an expansion.
Exactly.
Is because you got the new dinosaurs.
Yep.
There's some new variants. There's some new skins in there.
There's lots of new dinosaurs and variants, but not only is there that.
Yeah.
We have a campaign.
We have a new campaign, and so. Obviously, it's called the Dominion-MALTA expansion.
Yes.
So there's some stuff happening in Malta.
Yeah.
And there might be some stuff happening outside of Malta. Can you talk a bit about the campaign?
For people
basically?
that watched Dominion was such a big film. It had so many things going on, so many different plot strands with different characters in different places.
Yeah, it was like a worldwide adventure.
Yeah, exactly. So we had all those scenes in Bison Valley, but we also had that really interesting moment kind of halfway through the film set around Malta. And some incredible, intriguing characters in that Malta area, kind of what was going on in the kind of black market and the kind of buying and selling of dinosaurs. So what we've done is we've created a narrative set just before the events of the film, set in that area of Malta, using some of the characters from those scenes. So Soyona Santos, Barry Semben, and obviously we have Cabot Finch coming back as well, because he's our character and we love Cabot.
Everyone loves Cabot.
Exactly. So you can be working with them, and as well as DeWanda Wise as Kayla Watts. So you can be working with these characters and Cabot especially to kind of create dinosaur enterprises in the Mediterranean. So there's we have 3 different islands, and you can be working through a story, working with these characters to build some enterprises for Cabot, because he wants to, as he always does, he's all about the money, and he thinks the only way to make money is to make dinosaur parks. So you'll be working with these characters to build these parks and kind of working with the dinosaur black market. We call it the dinosaur exchange in the game, to acquire different dinosaur eggs, different genomes, different dinosaurs, and bring these parks to life and make money. And you'll be able to kind of move between the different levels in an interesting way. So it's a non-linear campaign. So unlike our previous campaigns, which are kind of level 1, level 2, level 3, as it were, in this case we've gone non-linear. We kind of give you the option to move between the levels at times.
What was the reasoning behind going non-linear this time?
For us, we just wanted to kind of have something that felt a bit more fresh and a bit different. And in Jurassic World Evolution 1, this was a mechanic and a way that we did our campaign. You kind of started on Matanceros, and once you unlocked the next island, you moved to that one. But you could always go back and use some of the things you unlocked on Matanceros and build slightly different parks or adapt the one you've got. And we found that really interesting, really fun. So we kind of used some of that again, because it's part of what we did with the first game, and we really enjoyed that kind of stuff. So it was a great opportunity to kind of go and do that again, and it was a great opportunity to take some of the things that you've unlocked through later levels, go back and improve that level. And sometimes the story will take you back to a previous island, but sometimes you can choose to go back and improve that park, whether it's to acquire new things or to unlock new things.
And yeah, I like the idea of starting in one place and then moving between them, because and also, it's not just you as the player moving around. You can ship dinosaurs around.
Yeah, that's
as
right.
Well.
Because you might have some requirements of missions that are available on certain islands. We added a way for you to move those dinosaurs between your parks. So if you've got dinosaurs on the first island and you want to move them to the second level, we needed a way to do that. And what we've got is we have a cargo ship. So you will put your dinosaurs inside the cargo ship, and depending on, you can then move to one of the other islands and remove it from the cargo ship. So it's kind of a holding place for you to move your dinosaurs between them. So you can put them there, do something else, and then always you can pull them back out when you need. And from the cargo ship, you can also send your dinosaurs to the dinosaur exchange as well. So if you're kind of looking to move on one of your dinosaurs, you can put them in the cargo ship and then send them onto the exchange. So yeah, it's one of those ways that allows you to transfer dinosaurs between the islands as well. Something we didn't have relatively easy on Jurassic World Evolution 1. So.
So there are 3 levels
Yes.
across the Mediterranean. So we start off in Malta, and then we go to
we've got
places.
one that's set in kind of Corsica, one that's set in the Greek part of the Mediterranean as well. We have one is kind of an island, one is a bay, and one is a more open level as well. So we have 3 distinct looking levels, different kind of looks and feels. The second level is my favourite one. We've got a natural lagoon in that one. So we've shaped the lagoons, which are normally kind of built by the player in those modular ways, but we've shaped that into the environment itself. So you've got this kind of big open area of water that you then going to put your marine reptiles in that you need in the campaign. So.
Yeah, I like that. I think maybe we're going to jump into that map later on to show people what that map specifically looks like. But
the Mediterranean, there's a lot of water. So I wanted to have a level that kind of lean into that. We have islands, but I wanted to have a natural water body for players to be putting in their marine reptiles, and not just having lagoons on the island next to water. I thought it was a great opportunity to have things that look naturalistic, and we have in the Dominion Bison expansion they had the invisible fences, so it kind of had that feel of a more natural environment for our dinosaurs where they weren't in fences, and I wanted something similar for the water reptiles in the Malta expansion.
Campaign, we're also introducing some new sort of Malta-themed buildings.
Yes, exactly. We have a new building set for the Malta area. So
we're going to jump into some of that here. So this obviously is the map with the natural lagoon, as you can probably tell.
Yep.
The natural lagoon right here, and it's even called Natural Lagoon, which I think is a very neat little touch.
It is what it is.
So this is the sandbox mode map, of course, which starts you off with some of these lagoon viewing stands here, as well as the paths here. And it even comes with its own lagoon hatchery, which I think was a very excellent little touch from the level designers.
They're very clever.
Yeah, absolutely.
The designers are very clever sometimes. Yeah. But yeah, I like this. So it's not, we have a big lagoon, but there's kind of a plateau up the hill for kind of a bigger park, if you wanted, of land-based dinosaurs, if you want. And then you have a kind of, there's a path here that leads you exactly where you need to be, but it allows you to have a separate area for your land-based stuff, but also then you can have an area focused around your lagoon. So if you're creating amenities around the viewing galleries in the lagoons, there's space for that, but there's a big space up here for your kind of more bigger operations and bigger enclosures, if you want.
And since people are asking and obviously want to know this stuff, like this is the general size of the this particular map, and so yeah, you have a lot of space up here to build out a nice looking park with your land dinosaurs.
Yep.
And then of course down here you can have area dedicated to your marine reptiles, or maybe you could just build a giant fence in this area here, sort of an elongated.
I generally put a lot of my amenities along these paths. So it's like food, drink, shop, shelter, restroom, and then kind of do that on both sides, and then you'll get the benefit then of the marine reptiles that you're putting in those areas. But yeah, for this expansion, we've created a new building set. So just like in the Dominion Bison expansion, there's a plethora. Oh, I love that word.
It's a very good word.
It is a very good word. Yeah. Lots of buildings that are built in a style that is appropriate for Malta or the Mediterranean. So you have a really iconic looking stone-based kind of historic feel to some of these buildings. And for us, it was a great opportunity to look at the buildings in a new way. A lot of the buildings that we had in Jurassic World Evolution 2 have been a certain faction, a certain company are making them from scratch, whether it was Jurassic Park or Jurassic World, DFW, Bison. It's kind of, these corporations are building them for a specific purpose. But with the Malta buildings, Malta's kind of been around for hundreds of years, so we had to think about
the country itself.
You're going to be. We kind of think of it like people are retrofitting existing buildings, architecture to be a new purpose. So it's been great to explore how we would use things like buildings or shipping containers and industrial warehouses, and think about how people might use those or crib those together to be a certain function. So it's the arrival buildings or the hatcheries. There's very much a feel of existing stonework, existing metalwork, so like a kind of a rusty girder feel to a lot of the architectural style as well. So it's been really great building this building set. It's been everything. Every time I saw progress on this one, it's been very heartening to see how unique it feels and how it looks not only in itself and fits with the decorations that we have and how they all can kind of connect together, but also compared to the other sets that we already have as well. Yeah,
I mean, as someone who's been to Malta, like this is pretty spot on. I gotta say, like this is really cool to see.
The team did an incredible amount of research into the way that Malta's kind of looks and feels, and using a lot of reference in how they use stuff like archways and stairways and a lot of walls or buildings that existed but haven't quite. They're not as new as they would be, and bringing that kind of feel into it. Yeah, it's been really good, and it's kind of having those unique feelings of the different building sets is something we always strive to do. So this one is very much brick and that rusty redness, and DFW had a very striking kind of more cream and green, and Jurassic Park and Jurassic World had the kind of the, I want to say, the thatched roofing and the red and the blue and but this one has its own one as well. So
yeah, they're all very unique from each other, and I think that's one of the strengths that the game has as well. The fact that you can kind of tell at a glance, oh, this is DFW, this is Malta, this is this is this, this is this.
And same with the vehicles as well. So the capture team, the medical team, the mobile vet unit, and the ranger teams, again, looking into how we can take our vehicle styles, our vehicles, and kind of make them fit into that Malta feeling as well. So,
and of course, you've got Malta versions of the different attractions, so the viewing galleries, aviary viewing galleries, lagoon viewing stands. You've got a nice little truck tour, which
I like that one.
I love the look of this building. Like it is exactly how I pictured it to be.
It's just a double-doored garage. And it's a tour.
It's very sort of, like you said, very sort of, they've taken this, they've retrofitted it, they've needed, some place to do like a truck tour out of. And,
I mean, in Dominion, the kind of the underground, the black market, it wasn't a new building, it was the basement of an existing building. It was very much something that had a purpose hundreds of years ago and is something completely different now. It's now housing dinosaur fights. And we wanted that kind of feel. Everything in this building set feels like that.
Yeah. This hotel as well, really, really cool, with a nice swimming pool in the middle there as well. When I went there, I went for like a EF language learning thing, and I mean, this is the school that I went to. This is what it looked like. It was just like a giant brick building that they had just sort of repurposed into. This is going to be a school building for the summer. So I really like the look of this stuff. And also, I mean, I saw when we did the announcement, there were a couple of people from Malta saying, "Oh, this is amazing! Like finally something that's set where I'm from. We're taking inspiration where I'm from."
Sometimes, we're predominantly set in Cambridge. We kind of didn't get an opportunity to go out to Malta. We use a lot of reference stuff ourselves, so it's really nice to hear that we have accurately recreated that stuff. It's always a fear when using real world locations as a basis for things that you might not get it right. But yeah, I'm so glad.
Yes, I mean, it made me happy as well.
Good.
So now I can share the news with you here. And so there's going to be a plenty of different types of buildings, from operations buildings to your hatcheries. I think this is the aviary dorm unique to.
Yes.
Because
we had. It was very good it was great taking the kind of the metal aviary dome and just rusting the whole thing. So we're just going to make it all rust. But that it's just such a striking
the very sort of red iron
the redness to it.
Look of it, I think, is really, really good. And so there's and of course you've got your amenities, which are your amenities. You've got your hotels, your restrooms, your shelters, all that stuff. I think we can take a look at some of the there's some new decorations as well, I believe. Things like storage.
There's no filter on this menu per set, so it's What I really like about these decorations, because the way that Malta's kind of stonework works is there's a lot of crumbled down parts of some of our buildings, and we created some of the decorations to fit that. So you can kind of have a nice, almost straight line of buildings, and using the decorations in some of those gaps to almost build a contiguous front of them. That's been quite nice.
I really like that stuff. So that is a look at some of the buildings, and of course this lovely map here, which I'm blanking on the name of. Is it Santigradis Bay? I think it's I can't remember this one. I'm not very good at the names of these islands. I haven't learned them all. It's like I think maybe it's San Marine Bay. San Marie Bay.
That's this one. Yes.
But it should be mentioned, based on real places. But I believe
they are completely fictional names.
The place names are made up. But they are based on real places out in the world here. The great
just like the 5 deaths. I wanted to lead into that. They're loosely all named after saints. So we had the 5 deaths, and on these ones I said let's try something that kind of fits in with that. So
the 5 deaths and the 3 lives. Almost.
They're all named after saints in their natural language that each island is based in. So that's what we kind of did. It's our own little way. We needed a way to kind of collectively come up with a nice name for them, and I was like, this was something that really was something that stuck out in this area of the Mediterranean. There's a lot of references to saints or historical figures, so I said we should lean into that and kind of the 3 saints.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's my own way of describing it. It's not like it's not Jurassic canon or anything.
It's something that we're sort of injecting
just
in,
coming up with a nice way of thinking about it.
There's a cool little comment here from the great Toastmaster saying, "Imagine using these broken walls and towers on a tropical map to make temple ruins." So like if you're playing on next-gen consoles or on PC like we are here today, you can definitely set this to all buildings and then mix and match the different styles in different ways and make something really cool and unique. And so
even on something like the PS4, you could load into Isla Nublar with the Malta building set, and you'll have access to these decorations in that level as well. Yeah,
there were some suggestions that we release a marine
the mosasaur
into the lagoon here. So I'm going to do that real quick. and then we can jump into some other stuff here, which I think people will appreciate
You're
seeing.
so quick. You're such a pro at this.
I've done this for at least a year,
I'm very
Rich.
impressed. It would still
Maybe
take
more
me-
even.
Even though it's been my game for many years, I think I would have not done that. I'd have still been like, it's this,
Hey,
then this.
Don't
then this.
sell yourself short. I've seen you build a pretty functional working park within, what, 30 seconds?
Yes, but we both know that my paths and my fences will look like that. Okay? There's no
Yeah, for
artistic
sure.
style done in my paths or fences.
Everything's going to be very sort of straightforward. But yeah, we're going to do the release here on this Mosasaurus right here. Here we go. Since people wanted to see what that looked like. Oh, yeah, there's a work in progress build here, folks, so please excuse some minor hitches here and there. But yeah, that is the Mosasaurus released into the natural lagoon. And it won't swim away, just so you're aware.
Yeah, it's going to stay within the bounds
Yeah.
of this level, but it's got a big water body for it to explore and be happy.
Because I saw that was a question in chat, like, will
Just flies
will
away.
it swim
Will it
away?
swim
No,
away?
it will not. Oh, I keep hitting the wrong button. So yeah, that is the boundary
Yeah.
right here. But all of this can belong to your marine reptiles when you release them into this.
So when people come to the park,
All right.
they want to learn. Sure.
And so,
Also,
I think then we can move on to some of these dinosaurs here, because the Dominion-MALTA expansion will include 4 new dinosaurs. Please jump into the species viewer. So here we go with the Atrociraptor. Obviously, like you said, full suite of body and pattern colors.
Yep.
As well as, the null pattern or off pattern, blank pattern,
Blank.
which makes it look, like this. I've tried to angle the light as well as I can. I'm always a bit terrible when it comes to angling.
I was going to say, you're not really a lighting artist.
No. Do you want to try?
I'll
Having
try.
a,
Now,
having a hand?
Made the mistake of mocking you. Let me try this.
See if we can get some better lighting on the Atrociraptors here. I only had a couple of seconds before we had to go in. So yeah, here's the Atrociraptor in its glory. I honestly,
That's too dark.
that is a bit too dark. Yeah,
Too dark.
I mean, I really like the colors and the patterns and like the overall look of the Atrociraptor squad. But I got to say, just clicking random and just having like a full sort of suite of them run out with the different body colors, with the different pattern colors.
Yeah.
It's so good looking. They just look absolutely incredible. And yeah, here's the tiger, ghost, panthera, and finally red.
But yeah, I love all of these. I think for me, definitely the Death Valley body color is one of my favorites. Probably with the black, is very. I love this tracking. Reminds me of many realistic animals in Animal Kingdom. So
It's
I think that's my favorite one.
it reminds me of a little bit of a cheetah almost, like the same sort of yellow pattern with the sort of little black orange spots and things like that. But yeah, there's a huge variety of different coloration, both in body and pattern colors as well. Leopard skin, yeah, absolutely, that too. So it's certainly, you can have a lot of different options when you're adding the Atrociraptor to your.
Thank you for
to
allowing
your
me to
parks.
partake.
Of course,
in
I got to say your lighting skills a lot better than mine.
Slightly better.
And we can also check out some of these animations, I think, just to see what they look like. I mean, you know what these animations are called better than I do, I think. But got our standard walk animation, run animation, and then, when it's sleepy.
Yeah, we call that one. We call those ones
preening. Is that what it is?
Yeah, although it just describes that they're doing something fun and interesting. But we call them kind of preens because it's sometimes what they were doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we have idles, preens, and then the movement animation as well.
Should probably mention that there's not going to be a laser targeting device in this expansion that you can point to things. They will they will run around and act like like they are dinosaurs
They
in
are
a
very
park.
tricky to keep happy. Is that they're raptors in kind of half names, so they are still very tricky to manage. So you need to make sure you keep them happy, otherwise they'll escape and try and eat your guests, which is never good. It's never a good thing for a successful park if your dinosaurs trying to eat your guests. It's been so great adding the Atrociraptors to Jurassic World Evolution 2. It's been great working with Universal and getting the reference and how they look and move and kind of bringing them to life, and it's been great. And terrifying to look
They're
at.
pretty scary to look at, but yeah.
Just every now and then, it's just over the shot. I just catch.
You
I'm
just-
like, I'm
oh.
going to talk to you, and it's like it's just there. I'm like, oh
God, yeah, there
they're
it
coming
is.
for me. Yeah.
All right, should we? We can also take. We can also talk a little bit about some of the other dinosaurs because there are, 4 new prehistoric species. There we go. And this obviously now known to be an omnivore. And will it be an omnivore in the game?
Yes, we've been working on systems on how we can. Normally we have herbivores or carnivores. We've kind of worked on systems on having the opportunity for omnivores to exist. So something like this will be able to eat from the grass or some of your meat feeders. The grass. From grass. Or
From the sort of the
foliage is the word I'm looking
foliage,
for.
the paleobotany system.
Paleobotany system. It's coming back to me now. Or the various carnivore feeders. you
Yeah,
have
so
as well.
there you have it. Oviraptor will eat from both paleo. I just lost it. Paleobotany.
Not as easy to see.
Features as well as the meat feeders. So
Yeah.
and also this is a very small dinosaur. It should also act similarly to the compies and the compsognators in that they might avoid the water. And
Yeah,
and
this
that
one might do as well. But yeah, the
show
systems
off
that we did.
was the 2022 Carnotaurus, which you can see here, which I think is nicknamed Demon by the
one
community,
rings a bell.
if I'm not mistaken. And so what I did was I put Demon together. Oh, it's sitting. Yes, it's doing the sit.
Doing the
yes.
squat.
Oh, and it goes to sleep. That's go great. So yeah, I wanted to show off Demon Carnotaurus next to Toro from Camp Cretaceous, just to sort of show what they look like next to each other and some of the sort of differences in color and design and all that good stuff. Because that is also the 2022 Carnotaurus, something that we're adding in with this expansion, together with the new Allosaurus variant and some of the other skins as well that we've talked about. So yeah, the new. Oh, is it gonna sit down? Is it gonna sit down? Come on, Taro, you got it.
No, just teased you.
Yeah,
So I'm
just teased me.
gonna
Just
say
like,
no.
nah.
I like this one. It's just like I just prefer to sleep in the day. And you're like, yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It really does.
And so so you got the Demon Carnotaurus, you got the Toro Carnotaurus, and of course you can then release a regular Carnotaurus as well.
Yes, we have
and
three different types of Carnotaurus
see what
now.
they look like. And right over here somewhere, there it is. I've made a couple of Giganotosauruses, both using the 2022 variant. This is the sort of. It feels weird to call it standard variant, but it's just sort of it's a straightforward 2022 variant. And then over here we have one with the mangrove forest and the Pelophylax
Good pronunciation.
pattern coloration, so you can see a little bit what they look like in comparison to each other. Oh, is it going to go for the goat? Yeah, it's going to go for the goat. Go! Eat the goat! Oof. I don't think I'd actually seen that behavior before. I don't think I'd seen it actually
Yeah,
tramp
the animators
on
have
the,
a lot of fun with some of these. But yeah, this is a body and pattern color for the Giganotosaurus, which is part of the Dominion Biosyn expansion. But as part of the update that we're releasing next week, we've gone back and added body and pattern colors to people that own that PDLC. So if you already own the Dominion Biosyn expansion, now the Giganotosaurus in that expansion will have a lot more body and pattern variations as well.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Same with the Kentrosaurus Pierce variant.
If you're
same
in
with
the Camp Cretaceous PDLC, you'll get some more body pattern colours for your Pierce and the Iguanodon as well.
from the Camp Cretaceous dinosaurs. No, Iguanodon from this. Yes.
There we go.
Thank you.
You haven't mentioned it yet.
No, yeah, I was like, there is something I'm missing. There's
something you're
something
missing. I'm
I'm
like,
forgetting.
So, yes.
I knew in the back of my head there was
There's-
something I was forgetting.
There's an Iguanodon as part of the Dominion-MALTA expansion as well, and not only is there a film version of that, there's also body and pattern colours for it as well. So we've been able to kind of add more body and pattern colours to people that have existing PDLCs. So if you have those, you're going to have when you get the update next week, you'll have a lot more body and pattern colours. But in this expansion as well, not only is there a film version of the Iguanodon, but there's also body and pattern colours. So here we've got the 2022 Dimorphodon from the Malta expansion.
I wanted to show off what it looks like because it's so teeny tiny.
It is
I like
tiny
it.
compared to the other one.
It is very, very small, but that's what I like about them. So I think, compared to
The much
this,
bigger-
this is a full-size one,
Yeah.
and then we have a 2022 variant here, and just I like it a lot. It's a very teeny tiny, cute little dinosaur. But yeah, no, I knew I'd forgotten something. And I was like, the Iguanodon, yes!
I kept distracted, Jens, with all this. It's a therapsid, stop calling it a dinosaur.
Yeah, you know.
Being in my high horse. But yes, the Iguanodon.
And you'll get to see the Iguanodon at a later date. Because, as we have mentioned numerous times already during this live stream, the Dominion-MALTA expansion launches next week on December 8th, so 6 days to go. And that is when you'll get to see all of these lovely dinosaurs.
We have to leave you something.
Skins.
I'm going to leave you something.
Yeah, and we're going to do a stream after launch where we dig into some more of them. We're going to build a park together. I'm going to build a park with some of the devs. We're going to look at all the different dinosaurs, talk a bit about them, maybe dig a little bit into the campaign as well. So, but yeah, you will.
Hopefully, I get invited for some of those.
I mean,
put you on the spot there in front of everyone. It's awkward. It's awkward if he says no, though, isn't it?
We've got a couple of streams left during the year here, Rich. You might be invited to one or two. Who knows? Maybe.
I'll keep being nice to you.
Yeah, please keep being nice to me. Absolutely. Hold on, where's the Carnotaurus? Come on. There it is. Asleep again. Yeah. I'm just gonna make sure this is actually the right one. No, that's the Toro one. There it is. So I just wanted to end on that, I think, and so that is what we're gonna. I think that's gonna do it for this here live stream. It's been quite a lot. I mean, this happens whenever we do a expansion. There's a lot to go through, and we've got both stuff that's coming in expansion and stuff that's coming in update 5. Yep. So I think before we sign off, we can do a bit of a recap here.
Yeah. Again, like I've been doing since the game came out, whenever we release a DLC, I wanted to make sure that there was an update to go alongside that had a lot of improvements and features and content for those people that already own the base game. So if the DLC is not for you, that's perfectly fine, but I want to make sure that I'm improving on the gameplay and the mechanics and the content in Jurassic World Evolution 2 as well for you guys. And again, Update 5 has a bunch of really interesting stuff that we wanted to bring to players, and it's been really exciting.
Yeah, so Update 5, as I discussed earlier today with Emma, so you get 5 new DFW styled or DFW themed